Leonardo for the Ninja Turtles, and we had our premiere of the movie on St. Patrick's Day, and it was a green carpet at the Chinese Theater, and it was really pretty cool. So it's not the first time I've been on a green carpet.
We've seen you a lot at Star Wars weekends, and you're one of the most popular. We do some YouTube videos and photos of the different shows, and you guys are so popular, really, over anybody else. Except for like the Hoopla, like the Clone Wars is the next biggest thing. So I just had a question on. I've always thought of voice actors as kind of anonymous, and you don't even in my life, a lot of times you don't think of them as actors, and all of a sudden it's like, wow, you guys go through so much. And I just want to know what the recognizability factor for you now in the Clone Wars versus previous, how that is.
Well, thank you. That's first off, that's very nice to hear. There is certainly an anonymity to being a voice actor. Not that was ever our intentions, but at the same time, it's always been our intentions, I think, to be strictly voice actors. People like myself and D. Bradley Baker and Tom Kane, Corey Burton, certainly, where we just have such a love for character. The beauty of being a voice actor is you get to create characters. Whether I'm, being Johnny Test, who's 11 years old, or Obi-Wan Kenobi, or who's, all these various ages and characters and whatnot, that allows that flexibility, especially when somebody that looks like David Spade more than anybody else. Okay, great, yeah, and you are. So that's great, but at the same time, I would love to get more out there for people to see that, because the truth about voice actors we are actors.
Right, yeah, very talented.
And it's for so many years it's been voiceover. People call it voiceover. Well, no, voiceover is, coming Friday, stay tuned, or whatever. But voice acting is what we do on the Clone Wars. I mean, you will find people like Michael York on our show, and other Clancy Brown and Brian George, and some very talented actors doing our show, and there's a reason for it. The acting and the storytelling is solid stuff, and we all do our best to do that. I certainly never will knock the use of celebrities in films and things, but I do kind of ask the question sometimes, or I pose it to people of, if somebody has made their living as an actor based on their look and their ability, that's fantastic, and we love them for that. But when they come on to stage, they are expected to be that. But if we're expected to go into an episode and be three different characters that are totally opposites from each other, and we can do that, shouldn't we be considered actors as well? So that's my big push, I think, for people to understand. Plus, the beauty is, how many kids are growing up now after playing video games that have wonderful voice acting in them, and go, I want to do that. So there's a new generation of people growing up wanting to be actors based on voice work. So I'm thrilled to death about that, but I also hope that we can build that up more and get people to actually see it.
I think the Clone Wars shows have really shown people how much you guys really do. And do you find yourself, though, like on the street, do more people know you now from the Clone Wars?
Oh yeah, it's fun. Certainly being at Celebration 5, I find that I can't get through the floor to walk from one spot to the other without being stopped now, which is great. Most people, the cool thing about it is fans are just so, Star Wars fans, you'll never find a kinder group of people. They're like, hey Obi-Wan, how's it going? And you're just like, hey, good to see you. Tom Kane, D. Bradley Baker, and myself had an opportunity the other night. Everybody was waiting for George Lucas tickets, and they were all camped out there, and we were in my room across the street, and we looked down and we could see everybody. So we went down at about 1 in the morning and stayed till about 3:30, shaking hands, taking pictures, signing autographs. And I don't say that to say, and we were wonderful. I say it because we connect with these fans, and they connect with us, and it's so cool now to have that kind of bond. But yeah, it's pretty fun to have to go into a place and have people kind of look at you and go, it's Obi-Wan Kenobi. That's the coolest part, is them saying it's Obi-Wan Kenobi and they're pointing at me. But yeah, so it's great fun.
Very talented.
Are you most known for Obi-Wan then?
Now it certainly seems to be. I had done a video game about 10 years ago called Final Fantasy X. I was the main character, Tidus, in that, and I got quite a bit of exposure from that, as well as the film The Animatrix. I was in 4 out of the 9. I was in more than anybody in that, and then the Ninja Turtles and Fred Flintstone, and Johnny Test, and cameos on different shows, and Powerpuff Girls and Scooby-Doo, to all of those different shows. But mainly, I think people know Obi-Wan Kenobi, and that's the main thing. Do the voice. Even my wife waits for me to do the voice. Yes, you must be mindful of the Force, my dear. So that's what it couldn't be a better thing to be known for.
Well, thank you so much
very much.
for your time.
Thank you.
Appreciate
really
it.
appreciate it as well.
Very
Thanks.
good.